the newer host. He's been on for a couple weeks now, maybe like a week and a half or something. Basically, from the jump, Boogie has been torturing him. This is Rastov. And Rastov was not, as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, he was not a content creator of any kind. He got into this community by being a super fan and a super moderator who was in their Discord 24/7. So he became friends with the Discord community. So Keem thought that would translate into money. And he also wanted to leverage, like, oh, save him from abuse by like texting to speech or whatever. Like, every way they try to make money involves manipulation of the weirdest sort, in my opinion. And so things start building up because Rastov has started setting some basic boundaries. Like, he doesn't want to go run around in his grocery store with TTS on, with people saying crazy shit about him, because he called the grocery store to ask. Well, let's just start watching the clip before I tell you everything that happens, because we can just watch it together.
Eastern every day, and you tune in, and there are...
Wait, but what we're going to get into right now, let me show you. I included in the thumbnail a little picture of what a business looks like and what a multi-level marketing scheme looks like. And I just got this feeling watching Keem talk all the time. Guys, we need more hosts. We're gonna need more hosts. Like, tell the hosts to get more hosts. It was giving MLM. So I looked up Keemstar, like, scam MLM, and I found this. In 2012, Keemstar was banned from YouTube for violating terms of service with his partnership with the company, the Keemstar Network. He charged a $50 entry fee for content creators to join, but his partner was accused of scamming participants, leading to the network's collapse. Keemstar claimed he had no intent to scam, and a petition later argued he was unfairly targeted, but the incident damaged his reputation. It seems like for a while, Keemstar's been wanting to monetize this idea of, like, buying in to be a celebrity through him, through his network. That's why he's trying to expand it, because he's completely a dead inside psychopath, in my humble speculation that many agree with. And I don't want to see a repeat Etika situation. And I feel like we're seeing a buildup for that with Rastov, and they even joke about it. That's enough preamble. Oops.
And they go live for 3 glorious hours, and you get to relax and enjoy it. And then the prime time kicks in, and you get to watch 2, maybe 3 hours of glorious Lolcowlive 5 days a week. Then at night, when live is over, don't interrupt me, you get to kick back and watch your favorite show with Rewind, with Xylee and Billy, and they go for 2 or 3 or 4 hours, however long they want to go, because they're the last show of the day. And you wake up the next day and you do the same thing. And Keemstar only has to focus on 3 shows, and those 3 shows keep getting better and better every day. Imagine that world with me. What do you think about that world?
Oh, wait, oops,
Imagine
I didn't get
a
into
world
that.
where
I
we
didn't
just
do the
pull
Xanderhal one
Roxy
first, because I'm actually, let me just do it.
off of Milkers and make her a permanent intern of Rewind.
Let's take it down.
Why, you want to ruin Rewind?
That's literally the boogie, 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 king, 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 burn it down.
Yeah. I'm glad to burn it down at this point.
Okay.
For real. I know that these shows work when you find real talent. Like, that's how we found Rastov, and he's okay.
Nerdy
That's how you found...
super chatted $19.99.
Okay, so they went from, watch the degradation over the next couple episodes that I'm going to show you clips from, of Rastov went from, you know what, I can't think of anyone in this universe that's more deserving, that's done more for this universe and more for me in our show than Rastov. No one deserves this position more than he does. I can't think of anyone better for it. They went from that to, you know, that's how we found Rastov. And he's, Rastov, you know, yes, like, whenever.
Bring back Savage.
No.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Here's
no.
she
It's
went
fine,
here,
bitches.
guys.
Like,
it's
To
like
each
you can't
other's.
follow,
No
right?
IRL.
Like, Wings did something bad, and you're like, bring him back. Okay, well, we can't. You know, Savage has done like 8 different times my IRL, right? Something along those lines. I don't know if it's exactly 8, but I'm sure it's close. All right.
What did she do exactly?
Can't bring her back. Like we were trying.
That's
to have
what
a
he
safe
said about all
community.
the
It's like, you guys got to understand. And Savage said that she would never come back ever again. You know,
good. I hope not, Savage. You're better than that shit. You'll make more money on your own.
Can't happen. All right.
But hey, you
Here's
got your
the
name
issue.
out there. So
here's the number one issue. We need everybody in this LCU to stop being so fucking fake. That is the number one fucking problem. Is
Rastov.
All these motherfuckers are fake, right? Everyone's thinking
fake.
like, oh, I need to be a certain way. I need to see a certain.
Back in time, Super chatted $19.99. Put Roxy as the third on Queens. She can follow off of Tina and Becky, then put pigtails with Queens intern.
But the number one problem here is people are just not being themselves. Just be yourselves. All right. Rastov, you were hired because you are yourself. All right.
You are yourself.
Boogie, you were hired because you are yourself. Xylee and Billy were hired because they are themselves. Same with Becky, right? Becky is a bitch. All right. And I don't think she'll be that mad at me saying that. She's a evil bitch. All right. That's why she was hired.
Cunt.
All right. Tina is Tina, right? Roxy is Roxy, right? All these other new people like come up and they're like, oh, I gotta be this way. I gotta be Keemstar. I gotta be Boogie. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Just be your fucking self.
Unless
be
you're
yourself.
Beans. Unless you're Beans, then be anyone else.
Okay, there's like yourself, and then there's like yourself
Also,
amplified
can I just
because you're on a
say-
camera.
So Keem's right-hand person and like would be, I guess the model of being yourself is who? Boogie 2988? The person who was liar tattooed on their face by your command, who apparently was so disturbed by that, he scratched it till he bled because he's fucking severely mentally ill. Keem has scrambled this man's head. And he's such a bitch. He's such a fake bitch. Realness ain't what Keem wants. He wants your money. He wants your money. Okay? But holy shit. Coming from Keem and Boogie. Like, and that was their big complaint to me. And that's why I cried after I was rejected. It wasn't just the rejection of being, you know, kind of embarrassed in front of 5,000 people. It wasn't just that, even though that stings a little at times. It was the fact, it was the reason, because I was, you know, being who I normally am. As much as I don't know. I thought I was just doing my best to do a good job in that environment, you know? And that involves like some kind of like put on to an extent. But they were like, nah, she's too fake. And I was like, what? Like, but I mean, watching back, I tanked my, you know, the whole audition. I got nervous. I was wasted. I couldn't get my tech to work. So I cried. The video is still up. I think it might be for members only because it's that embarrassing. And that's what I do. I just try to monetize the humiliation at this point.
Be yourself, amplified because you're on a camera. Don't be a completely different person. Every single person I see try out is like,
it's on left down up.
Be yourself. Be real. Be real. The viewers want to identify with fucking people. In my real life, am I going around fucking yelling and fucking move my hands like this and da-da-da? No, I'm doing this because I'm on the camera, but I'm the same person. I'm just a little amplified on the camera, okay?
You know, it's actually a lot of fun.
Exactly. Walking to the Tim Hortons saying, hey, buddy, give me a fucking large extra. That's going to get clapped.
All right, please clip that. I need that gift
immediately.
in chat.
Please,
that gift needs to be in chat yesterday. All right, spam that fucking shit. I want to see this shit now. I want fire beans in the chat and the YouTube. All right, now, now.
When I started this show, I had no clue who I actually was, and now here I am 2 years later, and I know exactly who I am, and I love being that person. There's the fucking door again.
We got
Holy shit. Part of me can't tell if Boogie really does actually look up to Keemstar, or if it is just performative dick sucking, or if Boogie is truly so autistic and weirdly attached and thinks of Keem as his actual savior, or if he can just tell that that's what Keem wants out of the world. He wants people to think of him as a savior, as someone who saves these Lolcows, when what he actually does is find them, extract their souls, turn them into shells of who they were, isolate them, brainwash them, and then kick them to the curb and ban anyone who talks to them. Oh, and also another fun news of Keemstar being normal in the mind. He's using special AI software to monitor everyone who's in his Discord to make sure you're not in any of the forbidden Discords. Can you guess who's that is included? Yes, me, yours truly. He's saying it's him or me, or it's me or her, or how he's cuckoo, okay? It's invasive. I absolutely think Keem is a lowercase a Antichrist. And I also think that AI will be the biggest tool of the Antichrist to, usher in the end times, which are probably in the next 20 years or so. Dude, also, Rastov, I'm pretty sure, was like a pay pig or like a whale for the show, a big donator. And he's still a big donator, as are many of the other hosts. And they all just kind of donate back and forth to each other, and that's weird too.
There's the shit out of me every time.
Guys, chat. Can I get W's in the chat if I'm speaking facts? We got too many phonies here trying. They're acting. They're just acting. We got too many phonies. We need people being real. Yes, you're on camera. Yes, you have to be a showman. Yes, you have to put on a show. I get that. But people go like complete fake when they're on these shows, and I don't get it. The audience cannot identify with you, man.
Yeah, it's really annoying because they try out and then they show like something that the audience actually falls in love with and likes.
Oh my God, Aldi's? What is that?
Also,
You're getting that potassium.
This isn't funny. This isn't funny. This whole, hey everyone, let's just ship a bunch of bananas over to fucking Boogie's house and you'll slip on them all over the place. And then let's send him 20 balloons. What is this shit? Oh my God, it's maddening.
Dip the camera down. Dip the camera down.
Like all the things they could do, all the money, all the fans, everything they could do, everyone they could work with, anything but this. Dude, okay, they're all brain damaged. Keemstar, you're brain damaged. You have brain damage from all the White Claw, from all the popping pussy and whatnot, okay? Get help. This is not funny. Holy shit. What? I pray for them daily.
One of the bananas is setting off something on his phone. He just sold all his last crypto. Why?
I mean, yeah, I guess that's it.
Christ.
I'm just so sad I'm not making
$10
$10 a month
the
for
best
Milford.
food there is, by the way.
Apparently, they got the best bananas in the business.
Those look like some good fucking bananas.
By selling my soul, doing the opposite of what I want to do online.
Because every time this fat fuck leaves his fucking stupid little room, he comes back and eats a banana.
Yeah,
I
they're
can
healthy
recommend
for you. They're
Chris
good for
super
you.
chatted $20. To be fair, it is a learned skill to be amplified in front of a camera, but definitely agree on the authenticity of self. Hence, it takes time for the new people to learn to
can't-
amplify without.
Holy shit. These are all, like, aside from fucking Rastov, Keem and Bookie are just known for scamming and lying constantly. So it is just rich. It is just rich getting this speech from them. Holy shit.
Going fake mode.
We just
It's
need
true, there
people
is
to be
a
more
fine
real.
line.
We need people to be more real. It's just too much phony shit.
Okay, so part of it is, and
Gamer.
Keem, you should understand this more than anything, okay? There are people that are really themselves, and they're the most boring fucking people on the planet.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do with that person. You've hired so many of those people. Roxy, genuine herself. That's what you need to be looking for. The Beckys, the Roxys, the Tinas. That's what you're looking for. And if they're a beans, no matter how much she amplifies that, she'll never be entertaining.
Boogie, you need to change your camera angle. That is not flattering at all.
No, it's even better.
Change your
So,
camera
like,
angle.
Rastov
Tilt it
loves
up.
this.
Can
This
you
is like
guys
the best,
spam fucking
like,
banana
week of his
stickers in the
life.
chat?
So sad.
Just spam banana stickers, just like fucking Max is corrupt just did.
I want him to get their money's worth. He spent like $800 on bananas.
Let's get a banana train going.
Enough to bankrupt somebody.
Dude, people in the chat are saying Boogie Kong.
Oh,
Yo.
we wanted us to fight.
I
They're always
cannot
trying to
wait.
just get people to fight. So it's like so.
I cannot. That's just, this.
The point
when
is
he
just to
gets
make
mad, he
people
does
fucking
this.
crazy and depend on him.
Touch my temples like he does. Like he literally looks like fucking Donkey Kong, bro. Anyhow,
Hold on. This is for whoever sent these, okay? You ready? Hold on.
All right, I need to go.